Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. Hope we're all doing good, hope we're all keeping well, and welcome along to your latest piece of content on the channel where we discuss 5 potential targets for Tottenham Hotspur's new manager, Antonio Conte. It still sounds absolutely mental just saying it casually, just talking about Antonio Conte casually at Spurs. It's like we've got one of the best bloody managers in the world, but 5 potential targets for Antonio Conte in the January transfer window. 5 players he could bring in to Tottenham Hotspur. Without further ado, let's delve right into the video. So, coming in at number 1, we have Dusan Vladovic, the current striker playing in Serie A for Fiorentina. There's a number of reasons I do believe he would work under Antonio Conte. Reason number 1, he's a fantastic backup striker. We've said for a long time Spurs need a backup striker. We can't rely on a 17-year-old Dane Scarlett to come in, or Son to go from left wing to striker when Harry Kane gets an injury or gets sent off. We need a proper backup striker, and Vlahovic is exactly that. He knows where the back of the onion bag is. Yes, he may not have all the skills and all that shebang, but he knows where the back of the onion bag is. He knows where the back of the net is. He knows how to finish. He's a fantastic striker. He would definitely suit into Antonio Conte's system and be a fantastic backup striker. Moving on to number 2, right? Dusan Vlahovic at number 1. Number 2, we have Stefan de Vrij. Stefan de Vrij, the current defender playing for Inter Milan. Obviously, Conte does know him. And there's a number of reasons why he would work. We do need a new centre-half. Now, I believe Romero's absolutely class, but you can only be as good as your centre-back partnership allows you to. And I don't think we're seeing the best of Romero at all. He's given it his everything, but he keeps getting let down by Dyer or Sanchez or whoever's playing next to him. He needs that experience next to him. He needs a top-tier defender. And de Vrij is exactly that. De Vrij is a fantastic defender. He's a real rock-hard centre-back. Conte knows him. He fitted so well into Conte's system when he played with him at Inter Milan. As I say, Stefan de Vrij, you saw it with Stefan de Vrij. As soon as he moves in next to a defender like Skriniar, them two were a fantastic centre-back partnership. And I think that's what we've been really missing in our squad for a while. A bit of chemistry, a really good partnership. And these two would have it. You know, Romero knows how the Premier League works. Stefan de Vrij, you know, they've both played in Serie A. They've both played with top-tier clubs. They would work so well together as a centre-back partnership, and that's why de Vrij is coming in at number 2. Coming in at number 3, we have Nicola Barrela. I don't know why I said Nicola Barrela. No. We have Nicola Barrela, and look, he's a fantastic football player. He's an absolutely fantastic football player. We saw how good he was in the Euros, and he just smashed it out the park. He holds up play really, really well. He's a fantastic defensive midfielder, and he'd suit Spurs. He really would suit Spurs, because he's not just he doesn't just sit back like a Højbjerg or a Skip would, because I think that's the issue with our midfield at the minute. We don't have creativity. As good as those two are, Højbjerg and Skip, and sitting in front of our centre-back partnership, they're not, you know, Skip occasionally, but they're not really the type of players who are going to bomb forward and make that box-to-box run. And Nicola Barrela is a defensive midfielder, but also a box-to-box midfielder. He's a fantastic midfielder. He can shoot a great ball and all. He knows where the back of the net is if he fancies taking a pop at goal. And I do think he's a very, very good midfielder. I think he showed and proved how good he is in the Euros with that Italian team. You know, yes, he had some fantastic players around him, the likes of Verratti and Kiesa and those sorts of. We'll get to Kiesa later in this video, but look, Nicola Barrela, he knows how good. He knows how good a midfielder he is. He's not that cocky, but we know how good a midfielder he is from seeing him play in that Italian system. We saw how good he was at the Euros with Italy, and I definitely think he'd be able to push himself at Spurs. So Nicola Barrela coming in at number 3. Coming in at number 4, we have Bastoni, the young Italian defender. Yes, there are a lot of Italians on this list, but we're talking about an Italian manager who's managed the Azzurri and managed a lot of Italian teams throughout his career. Won trophies with Juventus, you know, took Italy to the quarterfinals with a very poor squad in Euro 2016, in my opinion, and won the title with Inter Milan. So most of his career, apart from Chelsea, he's managed in Italy, and I think that's why we're going with these sorts of defenders. And Bastoni, I believe he's, 21, has already proved himself as a world-class defender. He's phenomenal. I wouldn't go that far to say he's phenomenal, but he's a very, very talented defender. He's a rock solid. He's an old school defender. He's a real traditional old school defender. That sort of 80s, 90s defender who would just go in there, show a bit of aggression, show a bit of passion, maybe get a yellow card, just go out of defence, really attack the midfield. And if we couldn't get the verge, he would work so well next to Romero, because both of those defenders are very, very aggressive, and that's why I think he could definitely be in that team. And even if we do get to Verge, still go for this guy. Buy for the future, but at the same time, buy for the now. So that's why I've got those two. And coming in at number 5, we have Kiesa. Now, this guy before the Euros, I didn't even know who he is. After the Euros, he's one of my favourite players in world football, because he is that good. He's got pace. He's got fantastic skills. The runs he makes on the wing are fantastic. He can transition from a winger to a centre forward or a striker. He can transition from both the left wing to the right wing. His runs are fantastic. When he strikes the ball, it's fantastic. He's just a complete player, in my opinion. He really is a complete player, and I think he'd work so well under Conte. That sort of player who can make those runs, who really shows some passion and effort for the team. Well, we saw how incredible he was in the Euros. He was the man who got Italy through those semi-finals. He was the man who got them through the quarter-finals against Belgium. He scores goals when you need someone to step up and score goals, and he's very, very young as well. He's 21, 22? So Federico Chiesa is without a doubt on there. And there you go. That is your lot. That's your whole shebang. 5 players Antonio Conte could sign in January. Thank you for watching. And as always, come on you Spurs. Enoch out.